Hello everyone, welcome to episode 7 of my residency vlog series. It is Wednesday the 22nd of July and I am in the middle of my 7th week here at New Masters Village. The end is getting closer and closer, and for the past 2 weeks I haven't been able to work on my project because we were preparing for the retreat with Juliet Aristides, and then there was the week of the retreat itself where I didn't touch it. So I just got back to it yesterday and it was a little bit difficult. Like every time I stop something for somewhat long time, getting back to it takes a little bit more effort, and it takes me a little bit of time to just feel comfortable with that project again. But today I made a lot of progress on the garden cottage sign, which is the third one that I'm working on. I am working on the flowers now and I hope to finish it tomorrow, because this weekend is my workshop that I'm going to be giving, my botanical watercolor workshop, and I have a little bit of preparation that I want to do for that. We received half of the art materials today and we're still expecting the palettes for the watercolor, so I will show you all of that. It is Monday morning, the 27th of July. It's been a very intense end of the week. I did finish the sign for the garden cottage that I was mentioning at the beginning of last week, and it's been, I think, the one that's been the most difficult for me. I don't know if it is just because of the sign itself, some designs are more difficult than others, or because I had taken a break with Juliet Aristides retreat and then I got back to it, and that's the one that I started with. The rabbits were difficult for some reason, but it finally came together and right now I'm very happy with what I have. Of course, as I move to Illustrator and vectorialize it, I might adjust some things and just make some curves even more perfect, but for now I'm very happy with what I did. And then right after that, this weekend was my introduction to botanical watercolor workshop here. I wanted to record an update on Friday. I tried twice, but I was really not feeling well. I rushed to finish a handout that I was preparing for the workshop. I like to have something to give my students so they can leave the workshop or the experience with something that should touch on all the most important points and notes that are going to bring back the points that I talked about or demonstrated during class, just so that they can refer back to it and hopefully just take as much as possible from the workshop. That was also a way for me to prepare for the workshop. Having to put it into words and make it clear in a handout is a difficult exercise, but one that allows me to think about the best way to present ideas and the clearest, most direct way. So that's what I've been doing on Friday afternoon, and at the end of the day, after the figure drawing session with Johanna, Rich and Walker, we prepared the room for the workshop. I put together all of the workstations for everyone, so all materials were included. And on Saturday morning I brought the coffee pot, the mugs, because in my workshop people have coffee when they arrive, and I also cut all of the flowers from the garden at the last minute so that they would stay as fresh as possible for the workshop. Honestly, I don't think anything could have gone better than it did. The workshop sold out, so it was limited to 8 students because I wanted to keep it a small group for everyone to have space to have all of their materials and Because I was thinking about my experience teaching, I noticed that when I reach 10 students and more, I start not being able to give as much to each student, so I wanted to limit the group for this one. And thinking about it now, I think that we could have been maybe up to 12, because I was thinking about a context where I was giving a 2-hour class and this was a 12-hour workshop. So I think I would still have had time to give everyone the feedback that they should have and the amount of attention that allows them to learn as much as possible. So the workshop sold out. Everyone started arriving on Friday afternoon, Saturday morning, loved the village, the classroom, felt inspired by that table that we had put together. And my program was to focus on drawing ideas on the first day, talk a lot about botanical art, observation techniques, how to approach drawing a plant from direct observation rather than a photograph, some things that are a bit specific to plants, but also very general drawing principles that I personally find botanical art is such a great way to learn. I think if I was teaching drawing just in general, I would have plants as part of it, because I think it is a subject that is so intricate, complex, and different from us at the same time that it really pushes people to focus on observation. So my program was to focus on that on the first day, and I didn't think that we would start painting before day 2. So I wanted to, on the second day, give an introduction to watercolor, a little bit of color theory, for us to do some color mixing, and then start painting the plant. Because it is such a slow process and I tend to be conservative in my estimations, I didn't think, honestly, that we would finish. And I started the workshop saying, I don't think that we will necessarily have time to finish all of the paintings, so maybe pick something not as complicated as you would like. But then I also said, what I believe to be the most important, that you should pick a subject that really inspires you. And that is the most important factor, because when you're going to spend so much time observing something, drawing something, and invest so much in that painting, it should be something that you really like. So I think everyone found a flower that they really liked. And the thing is that everyone just made so much progress on their painting so fast that I ended up doing my watercolor color theory lecture demonstration in the afternoon of the first day instead of doing that on the second day, and people started painting on the first day. And I'm still amazed by how the paintings turned out. And although that's not what I had planned, I think that it was even better to do it this way, having most of the lectures and demonstrations on day 1 and then have almost all of day 2. I still demonstrated a few techniques on day 2, but have almost all of the second day just for painting and for me to look at everyone's work and give very targeted advice, because each plant is different and everyone is facing slightly different issues. That allowed me to really personalize my teaching, basically. Overall, I think it has just been an amazing workshop. I couldn't be happier with it. We had lunch in the garden on both days and we had such an amazing lunch. It was delicious. So that was also part of it, but really I don't see anything that could have gone better, and I am so grateful for the group of students that I had. Everyone did amazing, put a lot of effort into their painting, had a great time, and I am genuinely impressed by the paintings. It's been an amazing experience and I hope to do that again in the future.